Hey guys, welcome to another awesome video that you totally want to see. I know it's not the regular political rant for my EFP class like it usually is. You know, the one that says click here, misfit. It's very hard to miss. I know you're here for that, but today we're playing Halfsword, and I'm going to talk about bread for a bit in a monotone voice, of course, to make it as engaging as possible. You know, I've had my troubles with Rye. Me and Rye don't get along. If Rye's my ball and chain, it's just too hard, It's just too like it's got such a soft crust and like there's no, not soft crust. It's got a hard crust and there's no real like weight to it. You know, it's just like weight. I mean, like the flavor is just so boring. Like it's just such a boring flavor of bread. And you know, you don't want boring food. Why would you want boring rye? Now, there's a problem with sourdough as well. Even though it's arguably the most flavorful of the breads. I just exploded that guy's head. Uh, you know, Even though it's the most like flavorful of breads, it's really got like too much flavor, And if you get too much of that sour in it, it just tastes like sour and not enough bread, and you overpower all other tastes. That's why I like just plain. There's a white bread at a local convenience store. It's awesome.
I pray, let me go
Oh,
home
you gave up.
armed.
No,
No, for the love of
I'm
God,
not going to sway you kindness.
for sure.
Yeah, that's me to a loaf of bread. There's this corner store by me. I don't need nothing. Ow, I need something. Ow, that didn't work. Forgot to. Okay, I'm dead. There's no way. Okay. We're gonna give up. That did not work. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, we're gonna retry that. It has a really good fluffy consistency, and it doesn't overpower the senses. So you can go to their deli as well. Get some nice.
Darn!
This guy's grabbing onto me.
Blast!
There you go.
Swipe!
It's got the softest flavor you've ever seen, and you can put mustard on it and like fiddle around with the deli, tell the dude to give you some nice uh, provolone with it, cheese, and put this guy in a heel hook. He's gonna give
Have
up soon.
mercy on me. I
Yeah,
believe. Be not the cause of my death.
wish you could really break their bones doing that. But yeah, uh, you know, the sandwich really has a important part in pretty much everyone's lives. I mean, when you're young, you get your mother to make you a nice PB&J. Oh, oh no. You know what? Whatever. My bread can hold me. I'm called the bread guy at school. It's cruel. I'm the bread man. It's very obvious, my bulging muscles and my vast amount of facial hair. It's like a forest down there as well. You know, so if you don't have a good sandwich, you can't really have a good life. And if you can't have a good sandwich without good bread. The bread is
I do
obviously
not
the most
think
important part of the
about
sandwich
them.
because if you don't have the bread, you just have a salad with like some meat chopped into it, and that's not even a sandwich. As I said, it's just a salad. And you got to have the right bread. So if you pick sourdough, it's going to overpower the flavors. And if you pick rye, it's just going to be boring. So what you want, I like good white bread, which also reminds me that the bleached white bread that we know is not really
I could.
We should, the bleached white bread that we know isn't really bread as it was, because in the medieval times they'd make like a really good bread with a lot of nutrients and stuff, and now there's like bleached garbage in there. There's chemicals. My friends, I'm not gonna name names. They don't. These two specific people, and they know if they see this video, they don't eat their crusts. We call them children, but they don't listen. They're like desecrating the bread. Shatter that guy's leg, grab his butt. Like a see, he's still screaming. They don't eat their crusts, and it's like kind of disheartening because with that bread, you know, if I didn't eat my grandma's crust bread, she would like hit me. She would hit me over the head with like a cutting board or something. She's a woman, she's a very very violent woman. Unrelated, no. Okay, we're back. Hold on, I'm gonna focus for a bit. See that weave?
Scotch hooks. Blimey.
Yeah, let him have it. Let him have it. Let him have it. Drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. Oh, my arm is backwards for some
Let
reason.
not the hand behind me.
No, my hand's gonna be pretty heavy. Okay, hold on. Drunk
Have
stimulator.
mercy on me. I spent belief. Show me kindness on the forbearance. I could. I got my.
Yeah, now that this guy's dead, I can talk about my bread all that I want. And there's actually in the Bible. I'm gonna pull up the verse if I can edit. If I learn how to edit. Uh, there's actually a Bible verse. It's explaining how to make bread, and it tells you how to put together all these kinds of herbs and stuff, and then you get a full perfect amino acid. Yeah. All that you need, right? Full protein in your bread, and you get a full nutritious bread, which is unlike what we get today because of that bleached flour that doesn't even have any real nutrients in it. Is this serious? Nope, not that one, 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 not. Ooh, what could have next? Don't mind if I do. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, come on, whatever. It has a full array of nutrients which you want in your bread. No, we just don't have that today. Not that one. Nope, not that one. Okay, hold on. And that's how you heal hook. The bread hates seeing me coming in the restaurant. I was also at a I was at a restaurant the other day, you know, at a cafe really, and there's pastries and stuff, and you know what? I got full bread because you know, the bread life waits for no man. It waits for no opportunity. You either get bread, you either get the bread, or you die trying. Right? He didn't get the bread. The cafe didn't even order a drink. I don't believe it. No, maybe a water. I'm the type of guy to go to a cafe, order a water, and then leave, or bread and water. Acting like a medieval peasant. Ooh, it's this guy.
Varlet.
Ooh, haven't played in a while. Come on, come on, block. Oh yeah, look at that. And you know, their bread there. I tried their. It was really disheartening because this bread, it didn't even have, um, like a good crust. It was more of a burnt crust than an actually good crust, and that kind of took away from the overall bread experience, which is not what you want. So, like, if you were going to put that on a sandwich, that would absolutely brutalize the sandwich, as I was saying before. So, in summation, right? You want the best bread. Is that a good sword? Yeah, we'll take that. Like me a good sword. Kendo style. No armor really makes a difference. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna make it to the make progress of 5, and then probably just go out and end the video. You know, because I've been ranting about bread too long and going nowhere. You know, it's really what the heck, dude? Stand up. What the heck is going on? Good enough. Maybe not the best defense, but pretty good offense. Dude, stop doing that. I know it worked. Do it more often. I don't get. I bet this guy doesn't get it. That's why I'm doing this. You know, he doesn't get that bread is so important. You know, if I was this guy, you know, I would have said, "Yo, Jacob." That's my name, by the way. Well, you already know that if you watched my previous video. The bread that you life is like bread. Life is like a box of bread. You know, wise man once told me. You know, same as ooh, ooh boy. Okay, yeah, we're done. Whatever. All right. Moral of the story. It's not. Oh, I don't want to be in here. What the heck am I talking about? No, I'm just gonna do this. Moral of the story here, guys. You know, the bread is important. Bread is like life. You know, gotta have a good crust